Well, you're not going to believe what day it is. Let me just tell you, it is day 7 of no medication. Well, no Effexor. And I made it. And you know what? It wasn't so bad. The visual problems that I described have continued. So it's been 1 week now. However, it is to a lesser degree. It got quite bad on about day, I think it was day 3. It was either day 3 or day 4. It was really starting to bother me, and I ended up with migraine. And yeah, I'm sure it was because it felt like I was having to walk around with vertigo. I've never had vertigo, but how can I say it felt like vertigo? I imagine it's how vertigo feels, where your head feels all weird, your eyesight's all funny, and by day 3 or 4, whatever it was, it just culminated in a migraine. And for me, I don't suffer so bad with, I think they call mine an ocular migraine or something, basically more problems with my eyes. So I developed like this crescent of like all the spectrum colours, and they were all like glittery and spangly in this crescent shape, and it kind of blurred half of my vision. Sorry about the shine on my glasses, but I've got a lamp in front of me. Yeah, so I kind of lost half my vision to this sort of blurry sparkliness, and it sort of scared me a bit. So I think I did 0.5 of lorazepam on that day, and then I got through all the other days, and I took half a lorazepam yesterday. Now this was interesting because I've spent most of the week with loads of energy. I have felt in a pretty good mood, very, very productive. I feel like, whereas before I just kind of let things slide, you know. I didn't feel passionate about anything, and I'm sure my personality is coming back after all that time, you know, on the brain numbing medication that is Effexor. I feel like I'm coming back, and I'm getting a bit of a passion for life again. And you know, I've even noticed my emotions, you know, returning, whereas before I could think, oh yeah, that's sad, and that would be it, you know. But now I've found myself watching things to do with animals, because I'm a massive animal lover, and I've watched like a video or two on YouTube of some sad story about a dog, and I've welled up, you know, and actual tears, you know. For me, I don't know how Effexor affects you, but for me, my emotions were just gone. I was just numb. You know, you don't get highs and lows. You kind of, it's meant to keep you on an even keel so that you don't get depressed, obviously, but you still do get down and you do get happy. But instead of it being happy or really down, you just kind of do this. So you don't get excited about anything. Nothing's particularly great. Nothing's particularly awful. You're just a bit meh. Whereas this week, I'm gradually starting to get, you know, me back. Now, I've also noticed that my dry mouth is gone. You know, the dry mouth, we've all had it. The fucking antidepressant dry mouth that you get, where your tongue is just like a piece of sponge, and no amount of water will cure it, and you chew gum and you do everything you can, and you just, horrible tongue. That's gone. I have moisture in my mouth. Yeah, so no more dry mouth. I have had no constipation, and I mean, I have been addressing that for a couple of weeks now. So whether that's me stopping the Effexor or a culmination of that plus my healthy eating and drinking a ton of water, so I haven't been constipated at all. What else did I notice? Can't remember. Anyway, all in all, it's been good things. Good things are happening. And like I say, I've done a week. I've done a week with no antidepressants at all. Oh, I know the other thing. The other thing was a bit of a negative. I'm still getting the weird dreams. My sleep, I'm struggling to get to sleep at a decent hour. And when I do fall asleep, I'm not going into a nice deep sleep. I'm going into that weird dreamy stage, and it's like, I don't know, not night terrors. It's not like but they're just not nice dreams. And so you find yourself tossing and turning, and you kind of want to wake up, but you don't, because you you should be asleep. You want to be asleep. And I'm finding, because I've looked on my Fitbit, which tells you the quality of sleep you've had, and I'm finding I'm getting my best quality of sleep just before it's time for me to wake up. And that's when that's when I'm at my stillest, and when my heart rate is at its lowest, is just before I wake up. So yeah, I don't know when that's gonna get back to normal. But yeah, the eye thing isn't as distracting now. I haven't done a lot of driving this week, so I haven't put much to the test with regards to being out and about. That's what I was going to say. I did go out yesterday. I took half lorazepam, 0.5 of 1 milligram, and I felt I needed it because I was out and about, and I've spent so much time at home. I think I need to get back into being out of the house, because I've had nearly 2 weeks now where the main things that I've done is drop my son off, pick him up, and go to Tesco, and maybe the odd trip to B&M. That's for 2 weeks. So yesterday, my partner and my youngest son, we all decided to go for dinner. And I could tell, I felt, because it had been hours and hours since I took the half a lorazepam, but I was determined I wasn't going to take any more, because I have a big day coming up tomorrow. I'll tell you about that in a minute, or maybe in another video, because this is going to drag. Oh yeah, and I did my hair as well. That's time consuming, but yeah, I just fancied a change. I'm Brady girl again. I feel like I am flitting from conversation to topic to topic in this video, but it's because I've got lots to say. Yeah, I was determined not to take any more lorazepam. So what I did was, I find that when I get nervous and anxious, my appetite disappears, and I feel kind of a bit sicky. And I thought, I knew I needed to eat, because I'd actually skipped lunch, which is not a good idea, but I'd skipped lunch, and I thought, no, I'm not going to take lorazepam. I'll take an anti-sickness tablet, and I'll ride it out. And I did. I got through the meal. I didn't eat much, but I got through the meal. We were in a very busy restaurant, and I didn't panic. I just felt uneasy, but I managed. So yeah, but just very quickly, tomorrow I am gonna be taking lorazepam for shiz, for sure, because I am going to my niece's birthday in London. Now, London for me is, I'm not driving, by the way, and I was going to go on the train until I looked at the price of the tickets, remembering that I've got 2 children, and it would just cost me a small fortune for the 3 of us. So my partner is going to come, and he is going to drive us, all being well, because he's actually got a dodgy stomach today. So fingers crossed. Cross your fingers for me, because if he doesn't drive us, it means I've got to go on a train to London with my 2 children, and I'll be very, very scared, to put it politely. And it will probably also mean going on the tube to get to the party, and I haven't actually been on the underground on a tube for about 24 years. So I won't relish that. So cross your fingers for me that he is fit to drive and will drive us to the party. Failing that, I might have to cancel, which I don't want to do because I'm kind of looking forward to it. So yeah, so that's the update on the lorazepam. I mean, not the lorazepam. That's the update on the Effexor. We've done the 2 weeks. 2 weeks, 1 week of half the dose and 1 week of nothing. And I would say you can do it. It's doable. If I can do it, you can do it. So yeah, I'm still debating whether I want to start a new medication that's not an antidepressant, but it is for anxiety, and it's not like lorazepam. It's not a benzodiazepine. It's something you take. Oh, there goes the dog. Something you take daily. But I'll do a different video about that. So I'm still deciding whether I want to start that or just stick with therapy, which I haven't started yet. So I'll keep you updated, and yeah, that's how things are. So hope this helps. Hope this has helped you. And it's a positive video as opposed to all of the videos out there saying, oh my God, this happened, that happened, it was awful, it's terrible. It can be done, okay? It can be done.